Hi guys, I am Siddharth Jain, associate with the Lexus Law Group. Uh, so today we will discuss about law of taxation and with respect to the Constitution of India. The Constitution has supreme power. It sets the structure that democrates political code, fundamental right, procedures, power, duties of government, duties of citizen, directive principles. Constitution has power to authorize all the laws in India. Parliament and state legislature get power to execute various laws from constitution, whereas tax is the sum imposed by the government on citizens in enterprises, and taxation law deals with the rules and regulations that set down that when and how much tax should be paid to the local, state and federal authority. It is the most important ingredient for the country, which keeps the revenue consistent and helps in growth of economy. Article 265 to Article 289 of the Constitution deals with provisions of tax. Article 265 says that no tax shall be levied or collected except by the authority of law. Tax level must be within the legislature power. All the matters related to tax are mentioned in the 7th schedule of union, state and concurrent list. It defines and allocates the power between union and state. Tax is an important source for revenue of the government. It is a sum imposed by government on citizen and enterprises. Its two forms are direct and indirect tax. Tax is a compulsory contribution. A tax is a compulsory payment to government from citizen without expectation of any direct return. Tax are levied by the government for the common benefit. The main purpose of collecting tax is to fulfill social needs such as health, education, building of bridges, infrastructure, etc. The burden on individual to pay tax is on the government. If a person's income is above the exemption limit, that only the is bound to pay tax, and if it is below the exemption limit, that he cannot be forced to pay tax on income. The constitutional provisions are given in Article 265 to Article 289 of the Constitution of India. So, Article 269A says levied and collection of goods and service tax in course of interstate trade or commerce. It is not a part of consolidated fund, rather it is divided into union and state on the basis of the law made by the parliament. Cess and surcharge is covered under Article 270. Cess is for a specific purpose and the amount of cess goes to consolidated fund of India. Thank you.